again. Will, I'm here with Eric. We're going to be playing a game of 30K out at Garage Mahal. Pat's been nice enough to host for us, so we got this awesome table with these great terrain set up and really good lighting out here. So we're going to do 2,000 points of 30K. We got Death Guard versus World Eaters. And we're going to do, so let me tell you about the mission real quick. I forgot what it's called, you know?
War of Lies.
War of Lies. War of Lies. And so basically how the scoring is going to go is we're going to try to kick the crap out of each other, but there's kill points, so you get a point for every unit destroyed or unit falling back at the end of the game. Additionally, you get Warlord. There's no First Blood, no Line Breaker. And then at the end of the game, there's 5 objectives. They're pretty symmetrically just laid out on the board, and those are going to be each worth a random number of points at the end, either 1, 2, 3, or minus D3. So there's a lot of points in play with those kill points and with the objectives at the end. And then for my Warlord trait, Eric has -1 to his reserve rolls as long as my Praetor is alive. And what'd you get for your Warlord trait?
I have Karn Bloody, which just gives me +1 to Seize Initiative.
+1 to a Seize roll. And I set up first, and you're going to go first.
Yep.
Either way. So.
No, I set up first.
Oh yeah, my bad. You set up first, and you're going to go first, so that Seize Initiative won't really help you. But let me take you through 2,000 points of Death Guard real quick. For my heavies, I have a squadron of 3 Vindicators, a Leviathan. His loadout has the Grav Flux Bombard. He's got 2 Heavy Flamers standard, and then he's got a 1-use only Phosphex, which is 6 to 18 inches. Blast 3, and then he's got his regular Siege Claw. And then I got, for troops, my compulsory troops is 1 20-man attack squad blob, led by a sergeant with Melt-A-Bombs, Artificer Armor, Rad Grenades, and a Power Scythe. And then they're also joined by my Warlord, a Praetor, call him affectionately Iskander Kar. He's got a Power Scythe, digital lasers, yeah, he's, you know, the Cataphractii armor. So, and then, yeah, and that's all he's got. And then 2 10-man non-compulsory troops is going to be 1 in this ruin, 1 in this ruin, 2 10-man heavy bolter squads. And then the other compulsory troop you see over there is an assault squad, and they're led by a sergeant similar to this one with the Power Scythe, Rad Grenade, Melt-A-Bomb, and Artificer Armor. And then the elite choice here of the Cordus class Contemptor, so it's the cheaper one, and he's got a Kyrie's assault cannon. And that's 2,000 points of Traitor Death Guard. Doesn't have to be Traitor, but I always bring Traitor. Or actually, maybe you do have to be Traitor to have the Reaping Rite of War, which I always take. So. No, you don't? Okay, so I like to say they're traitors, but technically for this game they could be either one because I'm not using Typhus. And then, Eric, would you be so kind as to introduce 2,000 points of World Eaters for us?
Right, so I've got my Warlord over here is Karn the Bloody with Gorechild. Also got a Praetor over here with Artificer Armor, Jump Pack, and a Paragon Blade. Troops, I've got 20-man Tactical Squad with Chain Axes and an Apothecary, and then 2 20-man Assault Squads with Chain Axes and Apothecaries. Artificer Armor on the Sergeants. 2 Javelin Land Speeders with Twinling Glass Cannons and Multi-Meltas. In reserves, I've got Contemptor Cordus with Chain Fists and in a Dreadnought Drop Pod, and then 5 Sky Slayer Jet Bikes with Multi-Meltas.
Alright, thanks Eric, and that's 2,000 points of World Eaters. And we're going to go ahead and I'll try to seize the initiative on camera right now. No seize, so World Eaters will go first, and we'll bring you back a recap at the end of game turn 1. Alright, let me actually push record this time. Welcome back to the bottom of game turn 1. I'm going to be probably a little less long-winded than I was because I already said all this once. So the Vindicators, so the World Eaters had the first turn. They moved up. All these Assault Marines moved up, and they got their Javelin, got a las cannon shot off, took out one of the Vindicators on an explode result that was in this Vindicator squadron, and all these Marines behind them made some good armor saves. And then the TAC Marines moved up, the Assault Marines moved up, and that was the World Eater's turn, just trying to get into threat range. And then the response, Death Guard moved their Vindicators and their Leviathan up, took some shots with the one-use only Phosphex and the Gravflux Bombard into here, had good luck with the scatters and was able to take out quite a few Assault Marines, same with the Vindicators. No explanation needed there. And then the Heavy Bolters in these two buildings, two 10-man squads opened up on the same Assault Marines. Obviously, Death Guard are kind of worried about this advancing onslaught here. They move quick, so we're trying to deal with that threat, and forced like 25 armor saves, and with their feel no pain behind it, they only lost like 3 or 4 Marines, I think. Assault Marines on this side are just staying put. They got bad news behind them, not very good news in front of them, so they're just gonna wait it out and try to wait for a decision to be made for them, I guess. And then the Kyries here turned around and was able to strip a glancing wound off of the Dreadnought there. And then we're going into turn 2, and we'll bring you that recap, show you if these Assault Marines can able to get up into assault range, or what this Contemptor wants to do in the backfield. Alright, be back at the bottom of 2. Alright, and we're back after game turn 2. A lot of action going on here today. So on the top of game turn 2, these World Eaters moved up again. They had their reserve jet bikes come in. They were able to kill off another Vindicator with their melta-guns and take the only one ruined hull point remaining on that Vindicator, and his battle cannon is blown up. Additionally, the TAC squad back here moved up, and these Assault Marines were able to get up. They had an eventful turn. They got up, they annihilated these Assault Marines over here. There were only 2 left standing, and then they ran and got swept, so they're all dead. They get 5 attacks on the charge with their Butcher's Nails, Rage, so they're pretty beastie. And then in retaliation, the Vindicator here, for lack of a battle cannon, just ran in and tank shocked. He was able to run over one courageous World Eater, and then the Dreadnoughts rolled in and got the rest of them in combat, got a few of them with heavy flamers and shooting, and they got away, and there's 4 of them remaining right there. And then in other shooting, we Fury the Legioned those bikes, and it also took 2 more full volleys of 10-man heavy bolter squads from those 2 squads to finish off the bikes. So the bikes are gone. The Assault Marines got a lot of work done on the right flank, got pushed back, and we're heading into game turn 3. Alright, welcome back to the end of game turn 3. So, in the top of game turn 3, these Javelins moved up, blew up that Leviathan. Poor Leviathan. The TAC squad, did they do a little withdrawal a little bit, or
Yes.
just stayed still?
They did a tactical.
They did a tactical retreat. And then, however, on the other hand, these Assault Marines, led by their Praetor, moved up, and they were able to make combat with the TAC squad on the Death Guard, and then challenged out the Sergeant. The Praetor denied the challenge because that Praetor is really nasty, and killed the Sergeant. Actually just killed a ton of Marines. Needed to roll double ones. The Death Guard Praetor didn't make combat with his 3-inch consolidate, so they lost by a ton, failed to roll double ones, and got swept. Then in the ensuing bottom of turn 3, the 2 heavy bolter squads retaliated, sent in volley after volley of heavy bolter, and these Assault Marines only sustained 1 casualty after their armor saves and feel no pains. So, and then the Contemptor ran in and finished off 1 squad of Assault Marines, and then consolidated up towards the TAC squad. So looking at Death Guard, only have 2 10-man squads of heavy bolters left. One of them perilously close to this assault squad with their Praetor, and a Contemptor. And then the World Eaters have 2 Javelin land speeders, a full TAC squad, and the, of course, aforementioned assault squad up here. So heading into the top of turn 4, and there's not much left on the table, especially on the Death Guard side. So we'll have to see if the Death Guard can hold out for another 2 to 3 turns and try to take it to objectives, or if we're just going to be looking at a full wipe. All right, heading into turn 4. All right, welcome back to after this is the bottom of turn 4. We're heading into turn 5. The Death Guard only have these 10 heavy bolters, these 3 heavy bolters, and this Vindicator on his last hull point with no battle cannon left. And the World Eaters still have a full tack squad, 2 javelins, and this assault squad in here with their Praetor. And so what happened in the top of the turn, the tack squad, the javelins were unable to get it done on the Contemptor, but the tack squad ran in and popped him. Karn used his Armor Bane, Gore Child, all that good stuff. And then the assault squad ran in and forced those heavy bolters to fall back. They did get away, and then they regrouped, took a couple of snap fires, and didn't get anything done. And then their brothers over here fired 10 heavy bolters into them, forced 11 saves. The Praetor is down to his last wound, and he made some crucial feel no pain save on the last wound there. He rolled a 1. So a small victory, but yet a significant victory was snatched away from the Death Guard. He wouldn't have been the Warlord anyway, but, you know, small victories, I guess. And then, so I guess looking at the objectives, still have the one in the middle, and then one on that building, one over there, one in the woods, and one next to the ruins there. But the Death Guard are still just trying to avoid getting swept. And is it a variable game length or a straight 6? Or variable. So this might be the last turn we're heading into, and we'll bring you the conclusion, or maybe this end of turn 5 here in a second. All right, so we're back here at the end of game turn 5. The heavy bolters got routed over here by this assault squad, and the Vindicator got finished off by the land speeder, and then this squad of heavy bolters was able to strip the last 2 glancing wounds off of that bike. He missed his jink saves, so gonna find out if the game goes on or not. On a 3 or better, the game will go on to turn 6. The game goes on. However, we're gonna have to go ahead and call it. Pat, would you hold the camera? You can tilt up if you need to. All right, sir. Very well played, Eric. That was an awesome game. Really fun army in these World Eaters. And I guess looking at points, if the game would have ended, you killed every squad I had except for one. If it would have ended, I'll get tabled next turn. But without short, if the game had ended, then you would have 1 point for the Vindicators, 1 for the Leviathan, 1 for a heavy bolter squad, a tack squad, an assault squad, a Contemptor, a Praetor, and then that would have been 7 plus 8 for a Warlord, and then plus your mysterious objectives. And I don't think I killed 7 units of yours.
You want to roll that?
We'll roll that. And that would have been 1 victory.
So, short of the concession, you would have had 9 victory points looking at it right now. And Death Guard, I don't know how many guys of yours I probably killed. A Contemptor, a
Speeder, 1 assault squad.
So 3
and
points.
4.
4 points for Death Guard. So definitely Death Guard will get tabled next turn. But short of that, it would have been a pretty good victory either way for World Eaters at 9-4. So thanks again, Eric, for coming over or meeting at Garage Mahal here, bringing your World Eaters. Awesome game. Nice army with all those assault marines, and really fun. If y'all like the video, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.